So no code snippet today because what I have to explain if I were to put a code snippet is very simple. Double hashtags in World of Horror. This applies to just really any custom content, but yeah, double hashtags for, well, when you're putting in text, whether it's for an event or, even on the... Well, what do I want to say? The mystery, when you're investigating, it allows you to basically make line breaks. A hashtag equals a line break, so therefore 2 hashtags equals, a paragraph break, whatever you want to call it. So, as we get into this, that was a really bad explanation, but as we get into this Cthulhu Medical History Haru run, this should be taking place sometime after I fixed things, because I actually wanted to add something else, but if nothing else, this is another whole episode, so that I can at least have something to compare with the future version of the mystery I'm making. So, Dexterity, Tachi-san, I almost thought of something else. Charisma, second mystery, strength, second encounter. Still important to check those, but the other thing I needed to mention right away is that I did figure out why the blank enemy names were appearing. I don't think I was doing anything weird, but I just decided to use a new fresh install, quote-unquote install, because I have my World of Horror copy from itch.io. I also have a Steam copy, but when I'm working the a perm plugin, I like to use the itch.io version. So as we get... well, I need to check. Hiroko Koma, Arms, Ramen, Teacher. We'll take this one first, just so that we at least have something to compare with. But, yeah, to explain, I just made a new fresh install, and then I downloaded the Perm plugin, and then I installed it into the fresh install, fresh World of Horror game, basically. And that seemed to have fixed the enemy blank name problem, so shrug. I thought maybe I was doing something wrong with overwriting stuff, but that, again, just checking to see. And by that, I mean the actual public version of the Perm plugin that is available on Nexus Mods, to be very specific, just in case, someone's like, oh, Jordan, you're working with the beta copy, which I have worked with before, but the one I'm using right now, as you see on screen, is the... I'm trying to focus on not going crazy tier 2. I'm working with the Nexus Mods. If you go right now at the time of this video's, upload really, and download the Perm plugin, this is what you're seeing on screen right now. So I should have actually shown you the version. Maybe I'll do it at the end because I forgot, unless I just completely die. But in game, but yeah, we'll see. So there was something else I wanted to mention, but I forgot what it was. So if nothing else, for this mystery, again, I was planning to give a custom ally, here we go, but I did not get things done correctly, and it's because I spaghetti things. For some reason, I was trying to wrap my head around something for 15 minutes, and I decided I was using too much time, so I decided to not do it, and at least, again, we'll have something for this video, because I didn't really change much. I'm still making changes, basically. Oh my god, I think we're just gonna eat this in the face. 6 stamina damage, but meh. And off we go. Because this is all happening, I mean, if I were to give an excuse, at worst, but really it's because I was working on game dev stuff. I was having a problem with let's just say, a plugin, and, yeah, it was not working well. Specifically, I was having, if it makes any sense, also, was that text really, messed up? Anywho, I was having problem with, not compatibility, but basically, technically is compatibility. Because I don't often, and I work with RPG Maker specifically, so, as we just take that in the face, that's right, we're on, let's explain what's happening here, by the way. I can't pull up this shirt, sorry. Excuse me. So, I think we're just gonna go all out here. I forgot what I was gonna say. Gosh, dang it. Back to the previous topic. So yeah, what I was trying to work on was, basically some plugin stuff, and it was not working as intended, which made me very, very sad. I'm gonna throw this empty bottle, by the way. Oh, so what I wanted to one thing I know I wanted to say for sure is, yeah, to just show the kind of the balance of this boss fight, quote unquote. This will not be the boss fight. I plan to actually add this enemy. I think I'll just use it in both mysteries. I was only gonna put it in the Hiroko version, but I think I'll add that in the normal version as well. So that fight will have less HP, obviously, but it'll happen at a midway through the mystery instead of at the end. Again, I was just trying. I'm also working on a boss graphic, certain boss graphic. If you know, then you know the boss of that game. But quote, I'm using air quotes in real life, but I'm doing my best. And I did not draw her as accurately as I wanted, even though it's not really her. It's more like a ghost. So yeah, I'll just let that sit as is. Also, you noticed that I made a little. I mean, I used the what was the placeholder image for that event before the boss fight. I used it. I'm using it for this that version of the mystery instead of the Hiriko version of the mystery. I'll call it EX, but you get what I'm trying to say. Oh my sweet goodness. Can I fit 3 kicks, by the way? I might just gamble on this. I'm going to gamble on this. Pretty much 50-50. Better than 50-50, but you get the point. Okay, good. So, I do need another pack of cigarettes. If I could get a break, that'd be great. If we can't, sadness. But off we go. After police station, because for some reason I thought I was on a lower difficulty. Again, I like to test my whatever I make custom content wise with a quick run. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does, but if it works well enough, I go on. And by the reason why I say that is to kind of show that, you know, just to make sure that I'm not crashing the game. Also, you know what is crashing? My brain, because I am working with the cut artery and we're losing stamina left, right, and center. We can't run from this, can we? We can run from this. But we need to take care of this cut artery. I'm gonna tree first. Hopefully we don't get something too bad. Yeah, hunger, we're just gonna have to live with it. Because we need to get rid of this. We also have the thingamajiggy, but I'm going crazy. I was autopiloting too much. We'll use the painkillers anyway, but we do want to level up core strength. Okay, cool. All is forgiven. I don't even need to increase strength. We'll just heal stamina and move on. There's a lot I could say. Again, a lot can happen in 24 hours, and in 24 hours I could also get sick, which was the case last week. I even told people in real life that I was going to be busy last week, and I just ended up being sick for like 3 days last week, so that I pretty much didn't get as much done as I wanted. So, right after this turn, we're going to put Sensor Bunny on screen preemptively, but I could have gone for a dodge there, or should have actually gone for a brace if I wanted to be safe, but again, I'm autopiloting. But yeah, the last thing to mention, if nothing else, is that I do like to go through quick tests just to make sure nothing crashes. If nothing crashes, that's great. Sometimes, you know, I think there was one moment... Oh, coffee blood. There was one moment where I forgot to close a quotation mark, which is odd because I use Sublime Text for a lot of my simple coding practices. Even when I'm going through, like, JSON files or JavaScript files, I use Sublime Text. But obviously... it's not as obvious. But you get the point. I would use something more... I guess in tune with programming if I were working with deeper code. Even though, yes, I will still throw C++ code into Ito files, or into Sublime, sorry. So, shrug. But, anyway. Oh, yeah, I think the other thing I forgot I wanted to mention is that I was actually going to show what happens when you try to play Hiriko's Mystery with a non-Hiriko character, or Haru, just to at least test things, but since I haven't completed everything I wanted to, it makes no sense to do that. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to change the boss. Functionally, nice miss by the way, functionally, that boss is going to have a little bit more HP and do like 3 to 4 all damage. That way it's tuned more for Hiriko, if that makes any sense. As we just take damage left, right, and center. So, yeah. Could rest here, but deciding not to. I'm just going to walk forward and try to grab a restless bonus. This is being really greedy, by the way. I would not recommend you do this, but I'm just going to be very greedy here. Actually, I won't survive arms if we're on timeline B, so you know what? I guess we're just going to rest here. Yeah, we're going to rest here. So we'll rest twice. We'll rest twice. We'll rest twice. And we'll be happy with that. I don't think I'll survive. I might have to rest again, but it depends on how low my stats go, or my stamina goes, and reason. But as for funds, nope. We do need another pack of cigarettes, by the way, so yeah, my doom is really, really high, but shrug. So off we go. If we get out of funds, we'll trade off reason, funny enough. Now we should have enough cigarettes to last the entire run. If not, something really weird happened. But yeah, I wanted to go through Hiriko's Mystery as like Haru, but really anyone, just to see how hard it would be. But because again, I have not made the changes I made yet, that's not going to happen. So I mean, it sounds like I worked on a lot. I promise you, everything that I just talked about would take less than 3 hours if I were competent at bug fixing. I was also trying to, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I was trying to find out what exactly was causing the no-name character bug, and I haven't figured it out. So all I know is that my fix was to, as I mentioned in an earlier episode, is to basically fresh install World of Horror into my setup, and then install the latest version of the Perm plugin into that setup. I'm shrugging in real life. That's the end of the sentence. We do have 2 mysteries left, which is very, very painful, but there's not much I can do. I'm just gonna have to hope that I walk through Coma and not have to rest. And if anything else, well, 1, get lucky in events, but if anything else, maybe other Doom decreasing events I was gonna mention, but that event I just failed, so shrug. And yeah, we hope. 83% Doom nearing the middle of our 4th mystery is not very likely. I'm not even gonna bother improvising here. That's how lowly I think of this run, but you should really improvise here for the pseudo infinite. Now again, the one thing I can mention, that's right, I've never heard that sound. I haven't heard that sound as much because I always one-turn this with the power of improvise. But anywho, as we get double mangled hands, my goodness, I think we just have to live with this. Actually, I can't live with this. Do you know why? Because that's gonna hurt our stamina all the way down. Flashbacks too, but what can I do when I'm angled? So, we're gonna do our best, but I promise you this run it's never a non-0%. Maybe you just get all the luck in the world, especially with custom events that can just remove a bunch of Doom. But, since I'm not making the right decisions, sadness. We can't even rest anyway, because yeah, by this time, we will have too much Doom. In fact, we're getting more Doom, because the game won't even roll a 3 or 4, or anything less than that. So, without further ado, I will show you the perm version I'm working with, just to like show. It's probably because the version names are usually like 1.x and not 1.x point something. This is not criticism, by the way. I just took Doom in the face for no reason, but we're gonna die because the stamina one would have traded anyway. But to show you what I mean, so it just says 1.3, but if you go look on the perm version on Nexus Mods, it should say 1.3.1 or 2 or 3. You get the point. Just to kind of show which perm version. I think you can actually check in a thingy in the one of the config files just to see, but if not, basically it's all there if you go look for it. But yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. If you have anything to say to me, you know what to do. Otherwise, if you want to support me or not support me, just wait along. I'm still trying to do game development. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.